welcome to the Joelle McTighe podcast. I'm Joelle, and this week we're heading to Los Angeles for Frieze. Every February, LA highlights contemporary art with a week-long celebration of artists. But this year, there's something deeper running through the exhibitions, a thread of resilience and reinvention, particularly in response to the recent wildfires in Altadena, Malibu, and Pacific Palisades. There's a powerful theme emerging across the city. Blue pigment as a symbol of grief, resilience, and renewal. From Lita Albuquerque's ultramarine-coated boulders to Claudia Parducci's delicate pastel-soaked canvases, blue holds the weight of loss and the promise of transformation. Even though Spring Week Art Show LA is canceled this year, the city's art scene remains strong. Satellite fairs like Felix Art Fair and the brand new Post Fair reflect the city's art community's resilience. So let's dive into what you need to see this week in Los Angeles. First up, Frieze LA, happening February 20th through 23rd at the Santa Monica Airport soccer field. This fair is the main event, featuring around 100 galleries from around the world, showcasing the best of contemporary art. In a recent conversation, Frieze LA director Christine Messineo and focus curator Essence Harden discuss how LA's diverse neighborhoods and urban edges fuel artistic innovation. Their drives through the city, complete with the casual stop at In-N-Out Burger, became the backdrop for a conversation about how artists are responding to the moment. If you want to hear more, check out their feature in Frieze Week magazine. One of the standout pieces at Frieze this year is Lita Albuquerque's Turbulence, a site-specific installation created for Frieze projects and curated by the Art Production Fund. Albuquerque is known for her masterful use of ultramarine blue. For this piece, she's placing a boulder coated in ultramarine atop a bed of decomposed granite, a striking contrast that highlights the fleeting nature of our connection to the environment. With the devastation of the recent wildfires, Turbulence becomes even more poignant. Albuquerque once said, "I used to close my eyes and see entire planets in this ultramarine blue pigment." It's a reminder that beauty and strength endure, even in hardship. Her self-named monolith is a must-read if you want to explore more of her work. It takes you across Antarctica, the Arctic, Death Valley, the Mojave Desert, and even South Dakota's Badlands, documenting her groundbreaking land art. Moving beyond Frieze, Claudia Parducci's Blue opens on February 18th. In this deeply personal show, Parducci works with a soft blue pastel palette, using materials left behind by her late partner Peter Alexander, a founding member of the space and light movement in LA. The process itself becomes part of the work. Pastel remnants from the original canvas fall onto a second one below, visually documenting grief through layers of dust and pigment. It's delicate, meditative, and powerful in its quiet beauty. At the California African American Museum, World Without End, the George Washington Carver Project reinterprets Carver's legacy through contemporary art. Many people know Carver as a scientist and agricultural pioneer, but he was also an artist working with sustainable materials, including his own formulas for blue pigments. This exhibition brings together Carver's rarely seen paintings, drawings, and notebooks alongside contemporary artists who explore the intersection of environmental challenges and cultural resilience. In a city rebuilding after natural disasters, Carver's approach to sustainability feels more relevant than ever. For those looking for a more intimate fair experience, the Felix Art Fair is back at the Hollywood Roosevelt from February 19th through 23rd. This fair always offers a refreshing counterpoint to Frieze, housed in the historic hotel, where you'll find work from emerging and established artists in a relaxed, uniquely LA setting. Expect exciting presentations from Bari Zeiferstein with Charles Moffat, Chasen Mathams with Magenta, and Jasmine Little with Nina Johnson. And let's be honest, you might end up lingering by the Roosevelt's iconic pool for a bit too long, which is part of the charm. And finally, there's a new fair on the scene, Post Fair, running February 20th through 22nd at the Santa Monica Post Office. Hosted inside a 1938 Art Deco post office, this fair challenges the traditional fair model with a simplified, low-cost format focused on solo artist presentations. Post Fair is a great alternative if you want to explore something new and experimental, featuring names like Amy Sarkeesian with Alta Beta, Harry Gould-Harvey with PPOW, and Kari Upson with Spruce Majors. Tickets are just $10 on Eventbrite or at the door, making this one of the most accessible art events of the week. If you're planning your week, I've put together an interactive map and a Los Angeles city guide to help you organize your itinerary across the city. You'll find them on my blog, along with my more logistics-focused post from last year, Your Ultimate Guide to Frieze Los Angeles and Beyond. You can see the links are in the show notes. From the expansive outdoor installations at Frieze and the deeply personal blue-themed exhibitions by Lita Albuquerque and Claudia Parducci, to the innovative re-examination of Carver Blue and the uniquely LA showcase at Felix Art Fair. Each of these events offers a different perspective on contemporary art and resilience. Art continues to push forward in a city still healing, transforming loss into reinvention. That's it for today's episode of the Joelle McTighe podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe and share it with a friend. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.